Hi, everyone. I'm Kim Johnson, the author of This is My American Invisible Son. I am so excited to be here with the National Writing Project to talk about the first time that I found an interaction that was most meaningful connected to my book and a reader. There's been so many moments, especially with my debut, This is My America, that I never imagined. And in some ways, it was prolonged a lot because my book debuted in 2020, the summer of 2020, during the pandemic. And schools and libraries and all the different ways that a writer can engage with an audience in person were really shut down. And it wasn't until I started to get the trickle of emails and contacts from students that I started to get a sense that my book was really making an impact not only in the lives of my reader, but in sometimes their school and their community. But there was one moment that I think probably had the biggest impact on me, and that's for a couple of different reasons. Um, the first reason was it was my first big in-person visit that I had in a school. And as things started to open up, and I went to a local high school called Kalapuya High School, which was an alternative high school. It's a school that has students coming from a lot of different backgrounds and a lot of different reasons why they're in the alternative high school. But oftentimes they're students who have different life things going on with them. They've been underserved. Their current circumstances and learning needs aren't being met by the schools. And sometimes they don't have the support that they need to be successful. And so I went to the school, um, not having had a lot of understanding about how the school operates, what the students are like, any of that. But I knew that I had connection with a teacher who taught in the school and had reached out to me so many times and was really engaged with discussions with me and talking about what they were doing in terms of interest in connecting students with literature. So I entered this high school, a small high school that essentially when you enter, it's an open school. There aren't closed classrooms. It's all open. Students are in various different corners. And I entered my first open session and I had three different rounds of the classes that came in. And what I found in this session was the most moving experience that I have had. And that's why I can't say that there is one individual that I feel like I impacted because there were so many interactions that I had. It was probably the group that was most engaged in conversation with me. They were sitting up in their seat. They were quiet. They were so respectful. They were so thoughtful with the kind of questions and the insight that they had. Their questions also were really, really deep. And it was that interaction that really helped me meet one student, and one student who shared with me at the end they wanted to meet with me and they wanted me to sign their book and sign a book for their friend who wasn't able to make it. And the interaction that I had with that particular student was her sharing with me that was the first time that she had felt seen. It was the first time that she had read a book from cover to cover that was, a book that was more than 300 pages. My book is 416 pages. um, and how meaningful it was for them because they felt like the things that were happening in their life personally, and I don't like to, talk about those things that are going on, but the connection of having a family member being incarcerated and the impact that it had on them and really wanting to have a call for justice for them and having their peers around them in the school that they were at previously that didn't understand what she was going through and what she needed and feeling like she was ousted. And so much of that is a mirror of my book and This is My America. And that really fueled my work and my writing and the importance of that work. And that's what literature does. It connects people to experiences that either might be very close to those that they have, it might represent who they are, what they've been through. It also might represent something completely different that will expand their thinking, develop different ways of navigating life and considerations, and giving a sense of care and connection to people that are different. It's that humanity connection that literature really can do for us, especially when we're, confined to our communities and our schools, like so many of our young people are. Books can be an escape. Books can be a window. They can be a door. They can be so many different things. And the threat of those things being taken away from young people is something that we have to fight back from. So I love all the work that's happening with the National Writing Project. And I hope that you read my work and so many other works, and see yourself in those stories and have those connections. Thank you. Have a great day.